Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing The Mandalorian. This is Chapter 4, and we don't know the title yet. No, not Chapter 4. Chapter 5, of course. It's because we didn't watch Chapter 4 together. And we haven't even talked that much about it, you and I, the episode. Because it was an interesting episode. It was different. It was kind of different from the first three in that it seemed more standalone, even though I would definitely not call it a filler episode, because we still got a lot of information about the Mandalorian and
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. We got introduced to Cara Dune, a very cool character that we're definitely going to see again. And then we got this whole samurai, Akira Kurosawa, not Seven Samurai or even Western, this sort of story that we've seen many times before with these people coming into a village and having to defend it and teach the villagers to defend themselves and all that. And I thought it was a very good episode. It was very well directed, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Probably my least favorite so far, but it's not that I think it's bad or anything at all. It's just that I really enjoyed the three first episodes, and especially episode 3 so far, or chapter 3. So is there anything you want to get into about chapter 4 or anything before we jump into this one?
I liked it.
Hmm?
I have spoken.
Yes, all right.
And one thing, it's finally December, so I can finally wear this.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, my father got me this for Christmas a couple years back when he was in when he lived in Iceland.
Yes, and of course you bring a sweater back from Iceland.
Of course,
yes.
he brought several.
Yeah.
So I just thought it would be nice to combine like Star Wars and Christmas. So hey.
And your love for sweaters. So
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and check out our Patreon, where you can find full-length reactions to all of the shows that we are doing.
And if you hear any loud noises, it's probably just our neighbors. They're having a party. So if you hear those noises, it's just that.
But let's hope it's not going to be too noisy. Let's do it. McClunky. I don't know why I felt like saying that.
You've been wanting that for a long time now.
It's such a funny word.
McClunky.
Once again, I have no idea why, but yeah. George. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I'm straight into it. I was thinking that was probably a bounty hunter. Damn, man, you got no weapons in this thing?
Bring you in warm, I can bring you in cold.
Whoa!
That's my line.
Nice. I was just about to say he stole your line, but... Whew.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. The Gunslinger. That's very Western.
Oh, sorry. Oh, at least it was close to something.
Yeah. It's not like in the middle of wild space or anything.
This is Mos Eisley Tower. We are tracking you.
I was just about to say, that looks like Tatooine!
Ah!
Locked in for 3-5.
Interesting.
Oh, yes. That was
Twin moons?
Yeah, and it was just the exact same shot from when the Rebel blockade runner and the Imperial Star Destroyer came in. And it was Isley and same kind of place the Millennium Falcon parked. I don't care if it's fan service. I love it. Oh, hey! Pit droids! I love they still got...
Oh! Aww.
Hey! I didn't know better. I think you were in a shootout. Special tool for that one.
Okay.
Wow.
We've seen this from the trailers, but
I'm in.
Baby.
Stay in that ship if I were you.
he's always able to get out of these places, and just this curiosity gets the better of him.
How do I know what it is? Give me a second. All right. Would you like some food? Are you hungry? I'm gonna charge him extra for watching you.
Of course you are.
Yeah? Bright eyes? Or a team?
There it is, the cantina.
You're looking for work. Have a seat, my friend. Name's Toro. Toro
Yeah, it's the same booth. Yeah.
Come on, relax. Picked up this bounty puck before I left the mid-rim.
Wait,
Got
is
it
that?
canned. An assassin?
She made her name killing for all the top crime syndicates, including the Huts. If you go after her, you won't make it past sunrise.
This is my first job.
Aw.
You can keep the money, all of it. I just need this job to get into the guild.
Meet me at Hangar 3-5 in half an hour. Bring 2 speeder bikes. And give me the tracking fob.
Don't worry. I got it all memorized.
Half an hour.
I recognize that actress that they're going to look for. She's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's so fucking badass. Of course she's an assassin, mercenary kind of thing, because she's really good in fights. Like, really good.
Hey,
I'm awake! I'm awake!
where is
Quiet! Oh, what?
Bing.
It's okay. You won't get up.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess I was right. You got a job, didn't you?
Too shabby, huh?
Oh, this takes me back to Star Wars Galaxies.
Man.
The hell is that? Well, at least he's got someone looking after the little one.
Yeah.
Dune Sea. So, Tusken Raiders?
Yeah. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Tusken Raiders. I heard the locals talking about this filth.
Tuskens think they're the locals. Everyone else is just trespassing.
Well, whatever they call themselves, they best keep their distance.
Why don't you tell them yourself? Relax.
Huh.
What are you doing?
Negotiating. Let me see the binocs.
What? Hey, what? Those
Trade.
are brand new.
Yeah, they were.
Nice.
Nice,
You can
very nice.
actually negotiate with these sand people. I haven't really seen that before. Normally they're just aggressive and
All right, tell me what you see.
Due back. Looks like the rider's still attached.
What?
I'm thinking trap. Yeah.
No, is it her? Is she dead?
It's another bounty hunter.
Can I at least have that blaster?
Very
Get
close.
down.
Oof. Oof.
We're gonna wait until dark.
Well, what if she escapes?
She's got the high ground. She'll wait for us to make the first move.
I have the high
All
ground.
right. You take the first watch.
Don't try it.
Stay low. You done?
No, okay.
Yeah. I was just, waking you up. Come on.
Hey, you wanted this. Get ready.
Mando really doesn't shy away from a fight, even if he knows it's gonna be a very hard one. Oof. Oof. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Not so fast, Fennec.
Whew. Yep, she's a good fighter. Well, he can scrap too, a little bit. Oh, shit.
Nice distraction.
Ugh.
Cuff yourself.
I don't know, I have a feeling
Why don't you go find your blaster?
he's gonna team up with her instead of him at the end.
A Mandalorian.
I don't know.
I need you to go find that dewback we saw.
And leave you here? With my bounty and my ride? Yeah. I don't think so, Mando.
Okay. I'll do it. Watch her. And don't let her get near the bike. She's no good to us dead.
He's gonna betray him. Right? Or, I don't know.
So the Mandalorian keeps all the money for himself.
Only because I let him.
Doesn't seem that way. It seems like he's calling all the shots.
Shows what you know.
You already have something the guild values far more than me. You just don't see it.
What?
A Mandalorian shot up the guild on Navarro.
Mm.
Took some high-value target and went rogue.
So that's the name of that planet. Thank you.
That Mandalorian.
You bring the guild that traitor, and they'll welcome you with open arms. Your name will be legendary.
She totally bamboozled your ass. No? What?
That's good advice.
Oh shit, okay. Did not see that one coming. Aw. I hope she ain't dead. Because, you know, kind of like the character and I like the actress, but maybe it was just a small role. What makes him think he can take on the Mando himself? Unless he called in the guild?
Some sort of reinforcement, yeah.
Looks like I'm calling the shots now. Huh, partner? Drop your blaster and raise him.
You're smarter than you look.
Fennec was right. Bringing you in won't just make me a member of the guild. It'll make me legendary.
Well, here's your money.
That cover me?
Yeah, it's gonna come you.
We're good. We're good. Who? Was that? That wasn't the Mandalorian. Who that? That shot, the last one there with the Mando and the dewback, that looked very much like the first time we ever saw Boba Fett as an animated character in the holiday special. All right, that was another solid episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Another kind of standalone, but it's still furthering the plot. It's just that he's, going to a new planet and has to figure out what to do from here. And he's kind of figuring it out as he goes along. I don't think he has like a particular place he's like going towards or anything like that where he think him and the child can be safe, but But hey, the planet we went to in this episode was a very, very familiar planet. The first we ever saw in a Star Wars movie, Tatooine. And we even got to see some very familiar sights from
Definitely.
From A New Hope. Mos Eisley, the cantina, the spaceport. Even got some from the prequels there with the pit droids from episode 1. And damn, yeah, I enjoyed that. And I said it during the episode. It might feel like a little bit fan servicey, but it's done.
I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah,
I
I
love
don't care.
it.
And when fan service is done right and it still makes sense for the story, then I definitely don't mind it. And it really made sense for the story here.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
they're on the outskirts and they're in the outer rim, and he's not gonna go towards the core or anything. He's gonna try to stay as far as away from civilization as he can, and hopefully out of the hands of the guild, even though it still became a kind of sort of a problem for him in this episode, towards the end there, at least. And it was very cool to see, speaking of Tatooine and things we know, Tusken Raiders. That's the
Yeah.
first time we ever seen anyone try to negotiate with them, and he did it successfully. Very successfully. Like, I need to get across your land, and let's trade. Let's figure this out. You get these binoculars, and we can trespass. And I thought that was a cool detail. It once again makes the world very alive. And
Yeah, and I like the way that I think he's kind of drawing some parallels to this world as well, with like indigenous tribes and native people,
yeah.
with these Tusken Raiders being the people at Tatooine first. Or
They might very well have been, because he alluded to that. Like, that's in their mind. Like, we're trespassing. We're the ones who came here and are mucking everything up. And
we're the immigrants.
yes, and they were here before, and now they're just like looked at as, you know.
Savages. Or something.
Yeah, exactly. They're looked at as savages and like animals. And like,
Yeah,
as
but-
Anakin says in Attack of the Clones, he slaughtered them like animals because that's what they were to him, and that's what they are to many people.
Yeah, but I also think it's a thing, if you get out in their territory, which will be outside Mos Eisley and
Yeah,
like
the Dune Sea.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you get outside the civilization or the
Yeah.
if you get out, it's more like you are trespassing on their territory. So of course they will be aggressive.
But anywho, I really enjoyed that scene with the Tusken Raiders. But if I had, I don't have to, but if this one nitpick for me, or one thing that sort of takes me out of the episode, and the last one did it as well, where there's a character that it's just too human in it, like how we know it, like in an Earth way. The lady at the spaceport for me in this episode kind of had some of that, and then the bartender in chapter 4, that when Mando got to that planet before he met Cara Dune, they were in this little bar, and they got the bone broth and everything, and it's just those two characters, the bartender and then the woman at the spaceport, they just seem a little too like taken out of a movie from our world, or from our world, and the way they talk and the way they, I don't know, it just it took me out of it a little bit. Like, you could have used an alien character here, or had them speak another language besides basic, or sometimes I feel like it takes me out of the experience a little bit, at least. But I do know, of course, that it might also just be a matter of we don't have the time or money right now to make everybody an alien, or like a different species, and effects and all that. So they're using a lot of human characters, which is fine. Like, they've always done that in Star Wars. It's just there are also a lot of aliens. And they don't all speak basic, is what I'm saying. So it's just a very small nitpick. But like, I still liked her as a character in the way that she helped Mando, didn't stab him in the back, and she still got something out of it and everything.
She was very maternal too, and I think she was. I like that she was hinting at the fact that she might have had kids or had some sort of responsibility over small or like small people, like youngsters, because it seems like she actually knew how to behave around babies. And well, of course, the Mando is it feels some sort of compassion towards this baby, but I don't think he knows a lot about bringing up like very small children. So I think that she kind of might have taught him a little bit about how to actually behave around children and raising them.
Maybe I don't think his plan is to raise it or anything yet, he's still figuring out what he's going to do with this child. But I do think that at least she might have, at least made it clear to him that you don't leave the child behind on the ship with no one to watch over it and stuff like that. And yeah, he's learning as he goes along. And she probably, as you said, maybe had children at some point before, or had something to do with kids or anything like that. And it's not just her and the pit droids. Yeah.
And I really wanted to like that bounty hunter guy. I really wanted to like him, but he was. Felt like he was a little bit too young and reckless, and he was too reckless, and of course that's what got him in the end. Who actually challenges like the Mandalorian? Well, he betrayed the guild. So maybe it's not really a person you would like to challenge.
Oh, you're saying the Mando is not a person you would like to challenge. Yeah, I was questioning like his logic, what was going on inside of this bounty hunter's head. Because at first he was very much like, okay, I can't go after this bounty alone because she's a very well-known mercenary, and the Mando also told him a little bit about that as well. So, okay, I need your help to take her out, or at least to capture her. And like he was spending some time with the Mandalorian. He knows like what he can do, or not exactly, but he at least found out that he's definitely not an easy target, or he's someone who knows what he's doing, and he was able to help him capture her. So why would you turn around and try to betray this? Like, even if there's something in it for you, it still felt like a rash decision, and something that he didn't really think all the way through, and he was probably being way too careless in that situation. And yeah, I wanted to like him as well. I was going a little bit back and forth whether or not I thought he was, if I liked him or not as a character. But he definitely served his purpose, and I'm very intrigued about the way it kind of ended, where we saw, I'm guessing, the body of this target, Fennec. Was that the name?
Fennec, yeah.
Fennec, yeah. I'm guessing she's dead, but at least someone found her. Someone who's also wearing some sort of cape and some sort of armor, it looks and sounds like. So is it another Mandalorian? Is it maybe Giancarlo Esposito's character? We know he's going to come in at some point as an Imperial, but then why were there no stormtroopers around him in this thing? But it could also just be a red herring. I don't know. It's just, they're building towards something, at least.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And I thought the action-wise in this episode, what we got with the speeder bikes and the battle at night there, it was very well shot, and it was just
well choreographed.
Yes.
But it was a little too dark for me. I think it's and I noticed this with the other episode 4, that there was also some very dark scenes. with at night with attack on the village.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a little bit a shame because it's hard for us to see, of course, because we've got a
lot of light on, so we could probably turn off the brightness on the television a little bit more. But it's just sometimes you watch something where it's like, oh, okay, we definitely don't need to turn it up more. So it varies from show to show, and you probably
and for example with the long night, it was dark all the way through.
Yeah,
but here it's when you have these, especially on Tatooine, that's like
very
desert.
Bright in the day.
Yeah, exactly. So these contrasts are so big that it's very hard to adjust on the go or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just I think it's just a little bit it's a pity.
Yeah, but I could still make out at least what was going on. It was not for me in the same way with some of the scenes in The Long Night where I had no idea what was going on or who was on the screen or who was doing who to what, who was doing what to who. Nice. But in this one, I could at least kind of see what was going on. But you're right, it was still dark.
I think it was a shame because it was such a nice choreography, the fight scene,
yes.
especially with Fennec,
yes.
character Fennec, because she's very good, as you said. She's a very nice fighter.
Yes.
And I just think it was such a shame that we didn't get to see it in its full glory.
Yes, but then again, it could also just be the amount of lights that we got, and you guys may have had no problem seeing what was going on in the scene. But again, we're not saying that they don't know how to shoot night stuff in this series. It's just our viewing experience, at least, could have done with like a little more brightness in some scenes. That's all. Yeah, is there anything else you want to get into before we wrap it up?
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Where do we go from here? It's for me, it's kind of like the same thing with the last episode, where this was kind of standalone in a way, where I don't know exactly what's going to happen next. Like with chapter 2, you could kind of, or chapter 1, 2, and 3, they were kind of still a bit more cohesive because you knew that he was going to get the bounty and he had to go back and deliver the bounty, and then the question was more about, okay, is he going to deliver it or not? Whereas right now the question is, where is he going?
Yeah.
What is he going to do at all?
Yeah.
And he's definitely going to run into some more bounty hunters, because I think that's going to be a
running theme.
Running theme through this season, and probably maybe even the next one as well, that he's going to be hunted by the guild. Or maybe they'll resolve that at the end of this season. I don't know. But yeah, looking forward to the next episode, definitely. And that's going to be chapter 6. And which one is it? That's going to be, 7... Yeah, chapter 7, that's going to be the same week that as Rise of Skywalker. So we'll figure out how we're going to be, how and when we're going to be watching it there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just looking forward to all of this Star Wars stuff that we're getting this month. Then there's nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please remember to like and subscribe and comment, all that good stuff. Check out our Patreon for full-length reactions. And we will see you as soon as possible. May the Force be with you always. Bye.
Bye.